Okay, friends, here we go again. Why don't you need me? Tell me, baby, why don't you? Okay, sorry. So let me turn it down. We are back. We are live. Hopefully, you guys can hear me now. Let's see. Can I listen to my own live story? Hello, I am back. I'm really sorry it took so long. This phone had to charge. So one of the cool things about having a business, you can get a second phone. You can get a business phone. So we're back. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. I'm sorry for all the problems. Let me make sure. Can you guys hear me? The people that are already watching, then I can continue, and then you guys can always go back and watch this over again. Can you guys hear me? Hi, can you guys hear me okay? I'll fix my hair while I'm waiting for you guys to tell me if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? I see a thumbs up. Okay, cool. Hello, boyfriend. Thank you. Okay, so let's dive back in. I'm just going to start all over again because I think other people now are joining. Oh, yeah, we're getting some more people. Hello. Okay, so we're going to start this over again for the people that missed it. My name is Eric Mensa. I own Orange Umbrella Tour Company here, Oranje Umbrella Tours. I came and, hold on. Making sure you guys can hear me now. Yes, you can hear me, Amara. Thank you. Okay, so you guys can hear me now. So, let's try this again. Orange Umbrella Tours. Started it in 2013. I was working a lot of jobs. My background is in finance and business. I was working T. Rowe Price. I went to University of Tampa, got my bachelor's degree in international business and a minor in management and finance. Ended up moving here because I was dating someone, didn't work out. I walked out of his house with 30 euros in my pocket and I had to sleep on a friend's bed, or not even a bed, his couch, until I was able to get myself back together. Now I'm back together, and now we're going to discuss how I was able to raise myself up by the bootstraps, and then also how maybe you guys can come up with your own ideas for how to make some money right now during the coronavirus time, and also what I'm doing right now to make money. And is it working? You'll find out. So we already went over the company financials. I showed you my website, orangeumbrella.com. Oranjeumbrella.com is the way you spell it. So with a J, not a G, the Dutch way. So O-R-A-N-J-E, umbrella.com. And you can see my website. We went over the numbers and the figures just so you can see again, because this is the thing that I'm most proud of. We started with one guest on the tour for 20 euros in 2013, and then it kept growing slightly. Before you knew it, December 2014, we started getting small groups of Germans coming, so I knew that I had to expand into the German market using Get Your Guide. That is the platform that we use in order to sell all of our tours and our tickets, getyourguide.com. They're headquartered in Berlin. Ended up meeting the COO of this company. And then the numbers of my company. So these are the amount of tickets that we sell, if you can see that. So it says that those are the amount of people, but I feel like we've had more. So you can add all that up. That's probably somewhere around maybe 6,000 or 7,000 tickets that we sold. And that doesn't include each person, because sometimes people bring more people. So I would say it's closer to about 12,000 people that came on our tours last year. And then the revenue for last year, just from Get Your Guide, we had made 100,987 euros and 23 cents. So I can tell you that is the most money I've ever had in my life. And like I said before, that is not money that I have sitting in my bank account. That is not all for me. That also was paid out to the tour guides. And my favorite thing, taxes. Dutch taxes, gotta love it. So now you guys hopefully are caught up and you can understand why it's okay to listen to me. I won't lead you, I'll try not to lead you the wrong way. I'll try to give you really good, solid information so maybe you can have the same results for yourself. So in total, I would say last year, because we have Get Your Guide, that's one of our companies that we work with, our booking companies, but I have around 3 or 4 different different companies that we work with in order to sell the tickets from Orange Umbrella. So I noticed that I started making a lot more money when I slowed down on drinking, which a lot of you would be like, you didn't slow down. Trust me, if you knew me in America, I definitely slowed down on drinking. And I stopped smoking marijuana, which is funny because I do own a marijuana company, or a marijuana tour guide company. So we do tours of Amsterdam. We show coffee shops, but we do not force people to smoke weed. We do not pay for anyone to smoke weed. We simply lead them along the way. And if they would like to go in and smoke, they can. And then after, if they do smoke, or if they just want to go look in the coffee shop, it's fine. Afterwards, we go to a museum. Afterwards, we go visit a nice secret courtyard. Old medieval courtyard that is in the middle of Amsterdam, right around the corner from my house. And then also we continue to another coffee shop where people can look at the brownies if they were curious about that. And then we show them the flower market and the reguliers. And for you guys that are in the United States, the reguliers is the name of a street here in Amsterdam. It's the gay street, basically. So that's where all of the bars are located. There's a lot of cool restaurants there too. So if you guys ever come to Amsterdam and you want to come see me, most likely I will be in a bar called Taboo. Love that bar. Or Bar Blend. That is my favorite bar as well. That is where I DJ'd. And we're going to talk about the two businesses I had, because before this crisis happened, I had two businesses. Hello, everyone. Hi. I see you guys. I'm saying hi. I had two businesses. So the two businesses that I had established here in Holland. The first business I had was I'm going to say is because it's still going on, is Orange Umbrella, Oranje Umbrella. So that's a tour guide company. So after about 4 years, it really grew. Like I said, we had I think in total we had about 20,000 people on the tours last year. And that was divided between me. I still did tours myself. And I had about 10 to 12 other guides, some I think who are watching right now. Hi guys, I miss you guys so much. About 10 and 12 guides that also did the tours for me in French, in German, English, and of course Dutch, sometimes Italian too. And what ended up happening, obviously, was I love doing my tour. I love giving my personality to people, and I love especially showing off Amsterdam, because many people come to Amsterdam and they think this is just a place where you should go and have sex with a prostitute, smoke some weed, and then go home. And that pisses me off because I have learned so much from Dutch people. I learned Dutch. Ja, ik kan gewoon Nederlands spreken, jongens. So, hallo, goedendag. Like a basic pick. I can speak Dutch, and I learned it really, I never took a lesson. I learned it from talking to Dutch people, and them, some of you guys like my Dutch. I learned it from dating, and I learned it also just from being in this country. Black, white, every color, everyone here has really accepted me for the person that I am. I love this country, and I want to give that love to other people. So I started making the tour, so I said it's a coffee shop tour, but it was kind of a trick. I did that in order to get people to come on my tour, especially the people that were uneducated or uninformed about Amsterdam, and then show them the other side to Amsterdam, that we have cheese, that we have a language. So people think that we speak German here. We don't fucking speak German. Not that German is a bad language. I love German, but we have a different language. We speak Dutch. Lekker bezig. They don't say that in Germany. Or gezellig. The first word I learned when I came here, gezellig. That means cozy, warm, great. There's no translation, but there's a whole culture here in the Netherlands, a whole culture here in Amsterdam that people forget about. And I was passionate about teaching, I am still passionate about teaching that to people, because that's the Amsterdam that I know. This city is, you can do everything that you want. You can bicycle, yes, you can smoke weed, have sex with a prostitute. We have some of the best museums in the world. Van Gogh, I'm sorry, I said his name incorrectly, Van Gogh, is from the Netherlands, so we can see his artwork. Rembrandt, we have a king and a queen. People don't know that as well. Maxima, shout out to Maxima. Someone asked me how is the dating here. The dating here is great. I have a wonderful, incredible boyfriend. He is watching right now. I love him, and he's probably the sexiest thing I've ever had in my life. Anyway, so yes, the dating here is great. Dutch people are sexy. They're beautiful. They're everything. It's not perfect, but Dutch people are, they're my favorite people, and I feel really close to them. So all these passions are what I took together. Love you. All these passions are all the things that I took together, and I was like, I want to show it to people. Also, I got inspired to do this tour because my ex-boyfriend, I was very afraid to go into Amsterdam. I was very afraid to go to a coffee shop by myself. I was living in Europe, blah, 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 my first year here. And I went on another tour. I won't say the name of the company, but I went on another tour, and I absolutely hated the way they did this tour. I hated the way the guide was dressed. I hated the people. I hated how many people they had on the tour. I hated like everything about it. And then at the end of the tour, it was one of those tours where you tip at the end. This guy made 160 euros. Yes, I was behind his shoulder. Yes, I was counting along with him because I had never seen someone get that so much money in public, in daylight, without having to suck a dick. So I was like, okay, this is great. If he can do it, I can do it. I can go. I can give a tour. I can talk about history. I like history. I could talk about that. So yeah, I was kind of like, it was kind of competitive, but I was just like, I can do what he did and I know I can do it better. And that was something that was inside of me. And that is what really birthed Orange Umbrella. It was something that I was passionate about. It was something that I liked, talking about Amsterdam, talking about, at the time, my favorite subject was marijuana. I smoked all day, every day. And then after that, it became more. It became so much more. We had people come and film documentaries about us. We had celebrities come on our tour as well. I'm not allowed to say all the celebrities that came because they made me sign a contract, but we had Chingy, the rapper Chingy, came on my tour, and I had to give him a private tour in samenwerking, in cooperation. Sorry, I have a lot of Dutch words in my head. In cooperation with Ripley's Believe It or Not, they were wonderful, and they helped me give Chingy a nice private tour. He did the song Right There, if you guys want to look that up real quick on Spotify. And we had also Conor McGregor briefly at Ripley's Believe It or Not and on a tour. A lot of senators from the United States and from the United Kingdom and from Australia. I had the mayor of Nairobi on a tour. Thank you to Susan Naribo for setting that up, and a lot of the members of the Kenyan parliament on my tour. So this really grew. It really became something bigger than me. I never would have guessed in a million years that I would be meeting celebrities or that I would be able to take members of parliament and mayors and, political figures on tours. My dream is to get Beyonce on the tour. Beyonce, you're listening, you're watching, come on a tour. I'm the best tour guide in Amsterdam for coffee shops and alternative things. There are other great tour guides that do great things as well, but I think I'm one of the best tour guides as well here in Amsterdam. Anyway, so the company grew, and as it started growing, I was able to take a step back and not have to do so many of the tours, which actually became better, because one of the things I am really great at, aside from my natural personality, which I realize is an asset, one of the good things that I can do is manage, and I can build up things. I'm good at organizing. I'm not organized myself. If you look at my house right now, it is not that organized, but I am good at organizing and helping and inspiring other people to do it, which is why I wanted to do this talk. So when I took a step back, I was able to focus on the things I am passionate about, which is leading me to what I was originally talking about. I know it sounds like I'm going all over the place, was my second business, which was DJing. And I keep saying is DJing. I'm also a DJ, love you too. I was DJing. And as soon as all this is over, I cannot wait to go back to DJing. That is my true passion. My true passion is music. I love to sing. I love to play my violin, and I DJ. I love to get a dance floor moving. And that's my passion. That is something else that I'm passionate about, and I was able to turn that into a business. So that's where it's going to take me to point 2. If you guys want to make some money, if you guys want to really get to the point in your life where you can make, like my one company made 100,000 euros last year, and that was just one supplier that we work with, who I'm very grateful to and I love. We made over 100,000 euros. If you want to do that, one of the things that you need to do is find a thing that you like. And if it's something that you know that someone else is doing and it makes you a little upset, it makes you a little angry, like they're doing that, I can do that, that's the thing that you should be doing. You need that competitive feeling that you have inside. You need that desire that, hey, I can do that and I can do that better. That feeling, that drive from inside is what's going to really go, hey, I can do this, I can do it better than that person. And not that that other person is not good at what they do, just that you can do it better. And that's something that you have from within. So the thing that I would say is, what do you like? What do you really like? I mean, examine yourself. If you do not know yourself, then it's going to be a little bit hard to deal with this. Now, I had a lot of trial and error in my life. I was homeless. I was living in, I don't know how to call that, like a boarding house, I guess, where I was living in Orlando, in one of the shittiest neighborhoods in Orlando, sharing a room with 5 and 6 of the guys. One of them had hoarding issues. It was very dirty and disgusting. And then somehow, it's funny to go from living and being homeless and then living into a really crappy area and then moving here and then being homeless again, sleeping on someone's couch, to making 100,000 euros in a year. And that came because I looked at it I looked at what did I really want from my life. And I'm going to be honest with you. I wanted, and will always want to be wealthy. Money is not everything, but money really does make life easier. It makes it so that when you want to do something, whether it is to go buy something, but more importantly, when you want to help somebody, that's when money really comes in handy. You can't help anyone, and I wouldn't be sitting here trying to give you guys advice if I had 20 euros in my pocket. And I do have 20 euros in my pocket, but at least I was able and capable to make over 100,000 euros a year. That is one of the reasons why I think it's helpful if I give this advice to you guys too. That's my goal. If I'm able to make this money, you can make this money. If I'm able to create a company that can make over 100,000 euros a year, if I can't give you the advice to do it, I can offer you a job, and that is something that will help you in your own life. So that is what we do. That is the whole point. Find something you're passionate about, something that you like to do, and especially if you think you can do it better, do it. Spend time with yourself and just think about your day. Write it down. What do you do in a day? At some point, when you write down the things that you do a lot in that day, you're going to see a pattern. You're going to see something that you really do a lot, and that's something that makes you happy. That's something that really makes you feel secure. It makes you feel good in yourself. So I'll give you a hint. One of the things that I was doing in 2014 all the time, I was meditating, I was smoking a lot of marijuana, and I was walking around the city by myself just getting acquainted with Amsterdam. I turned that into a business, even marijuana. So don't think that anything that you do in your own life isn't good enough, isn't going to make it. As long as it's legal, that's important. As long as it's legal and you love doing it and you do it consistently by yourself, that's something that you can turn into a business, into a passion. So something that I like that I said I was going to talk about is what Steve Jobs said. Steve Jobs is one of my heroes. I have a lot of heroes. Steve Jobs, Winston Churchill, Oprah, the Queen Elizabeth II. Maybe she's watching. Who knows? Hi, Your Majesty. But these are people that I always drew a lot of strength from and a lot of love from, because Steve Jobs, obviously, he was adopted. He was half Syrian. A lot of people don't know he was actually Syrian. And he became one of the richest people in the world. Many people probably in this chat right now are using Steve Jobs products, from an iPhone to, God, have watched a Pixar movie. And one of the things that he said was that looking back at your life, you cannot, let me get it right. So going forward in your life, you can't connect the dots. But if you look backwards at your life, if you look at your past, you can always connect the dots. You can see a pattern. Everything that you've gone through in your life is leading you up to this moment during this time to get yourself together and get you to the place that you want to be. I think that's why the earth shut down right now, because we were just not doing the right thing. So it's helpful if you go back, journal, look at your life, and see what brought you to the place that you're at right now. Every bad experience, believe it or not, prepares you for your future and how you can be better and do better. And that's what I did. So I found a passion. I found a thing that I liked. I love walking around Amsterdam. I love teaching people Dutch, and I love marijuana. That's what I was doing at the time, and I love music, so that's my second business. And I look back at my life, and I connected the dots. How did I get to this place? Well, I went to camp in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That's where I'm born. We had choir practice every day, all day, so now I love to sing. I still play my violin and my viola. Hello, Mr. Morrow and Dr. Carr, if you guys ever watch this. I still think about you guys every day. That was my high school. And I was bullied. I was bullied every day. Every day. People really singled me out and bullied me because I was gay. And you would think I was the only gay one, but I definitely was not, obviously, the only gay person in my high school, in a music high school. So it's funny. A lot of people came out afterwards, but everyone used to love making fun of me. And it got me to the point of such a deep depression where I tried to kill myself when I was 19 or 20. I can't even remember anymore, but tried to kill myself. Got very depressed, eventually came out of the closet. Then all the jobs that I got fired from, all the jobs that I hated. So I got bullied in my high school days, but I was going to music school, and music was the thing that kept me alive. Music was the thing that kept me going, kept me singing. And even though everyone bullied me, when I sang and when I played my violin/viola, that was when people would respect me. That was the talent that I have. And then going forward, all the jobs that I got fired from, the jobs that I hated. So when I was doing financial management, when I was Working at Abercrombie and Fitch and Hollister, I was also a manager of the Abercrombie and Fitch store. Got fired from there too. Hi. And also when I ended up working at a piano bar as well. All of these things prepared me for what I'm doing now. Now managing my own company, how to deal with people, how to talk to people, and make sure that I don't bully other people. I'm not perfect at it, I'm sure, but I really do try my best to understand where people are coming from and give them the love and the space that they need to grow, and also to identify what their talents are and use that for us all to grow, and especially to grow the company. So that's what I mean by looking back, and I was able to connect all the dots, all the problems that I had, all the things that I hated, all the hard times that I went through, and I'm sure this is going to be a dot, but all of those times got me to the point where I was able to create a company that makes over 100,000 euros a year. Bingo. So, do what you like. Find your passion, connect the dots, do what you like, and you'll never work another day in your life. Second, that passion that you find, that thing that you realize that you like to do, you need to turn that into a way to serve and help people. It's not going to be of any use to anyone if you are doing something that doesn't help people. My wonderful, fabulous, gorgeous, sexy boyfriend, he does eyelashes. He works as an eyelash stylist at MJ Salon, Meriose Salon in Eiburg. If you guys are in Amsterdam, you need eyelash appointment, please go to MJ. Her and her specials are the best, and more than eyelashes, eyebrows, facials, all that stuff. Sorry, not advertising, but they are wonderful at what they do. And beauty services are very important, especially in this day and age. They are passionate about helping people feel beautiful about themselves, and people want to feel good. They want to feel beautiful and good about themselves. So if that's something that you're passionate about, if you know, or if you follow all of the YouTubers that do makeup and do hair and do styles, and that's just something that you like to do in your free time, or you do it for yourself, your friends ask you to do it, that is something that you're really good at. My boyfriend does that, and he puts eyelashes on women and sometimes men, and I had no idea about eyelashes or the difference and the change it makes in how people feel and how people look at themselves. But that small thing profits him and other stylists around the world, profits them a lot of money, and it helps people, helps them feel good about themselves. So that's what you really need to connect. It needs to be something that you're passionate about, something that you love, and then something that helps people, something that makes them feel good, whether it's food, whether it's styling them, whether it is, so for me, with my business, what I do with my business, we help people feel safe and we help people feel secure in Amsterdam. That is our product. Our product is not Amsterdam. Our product is not me. Our product is not my personality. Our product is walking around the Netherlands, walking around Amsterdam, and making people feel good about where they are, making them feel informed about where they are, and letting them know that there's so much more to it. It's kind of uncovering a new and a different world. And this is what Dutch people did to me when I first came to Amsterdam. Shout out to all the Dutch people that helped me get to where I am today. So the third thing that you need to make it successful is to make it a niche, make it unique. No one wants to see the 5 or 6 same things going on around the world or in Amsterdam. If you have let's say you have an idea. Let's say you want to you want to open up a capsalon bar. You love capsalon. Capsalon, for the people in America, capsalon is the dish that we have here. French fries with cheese and garlic sauce and meat. It could be lamb or chicken, and you just fry the fries and you melt it all together, and it's the best thing in the world. Let's say you want to open up a capsalon restaurant. Fine. In the Netherlands, we have a shit ton of capsalon bars here, and that is great. And will it make it? Yes, it definitely could survive. It definitely can make it. But my advice, if you really want to make a good amount of money, you want to make 6 figures a year, you want to take it somewhere, make it a niche, make it unique. I haven't seen very many. There's only one I've noticed here, and it's the vegan junk food bar where they do capsalon, but they make it vegan. So it's healthy. It's only made with plant-based materials. That place has a line out the door every time I walk by it. Every time. Vegan junk food bar. It's a restaurant here in Amsterdam. So they took something that everyone already knows here, a dish, capsalon. Everyone eats it, everyone loves it, and they made it a niche, they made it unique, they made it plant-based, and as a result, they're booming, they're making a lot of money, and they're still booming during this period. So that is an example of how you can take something that you love, something that you're good at, and make it a niche, make it unique, make it so that no one else is able to copy it easily. What is my niche? The niche for me, thankfully, is my personality. I am insane. I know I am insane. I'm crazy. I'm unorthodox. I curse. I say things that a lot of people usually wouldn't say. And I hire people that are probably the same as me. I hire people that are equally probably as crazy as me, if not crazier. Shout out to my company, my lovely Orange Umbrella. I think you guys are probably watching me too, but you guys are the best. I think we are the best tour guides. I think we're the best at what we do. And the reason why is because I choose you and I vibe with you. And if I vibe with you, that means you're on the same path. My tour guides have also their own unique personalities. Some of them don't do the same tour that I do. They have their own tour and it's still fantastic. It's still good. I was not so stringent. I was not so strict on what I want people to do when it comes to doing a tour. They have to follow the same places that I do, but they can tell different information. I tell them to tell the information that they are passionate about, the things that they like, because when they tell it to people, that's when they get excited. People can see when you're excited. People can see that inside you, that you're excited about what you talk about. This is probably not going to sound very nice, but I'm a Sagittarius. I'm very honest. I feel like most people, when they're coming to you for a service, someone is asking a question. Is Black and colonial history my niche? Jennifer, yes, it is. I do not know any other tours in the city of Amsterdam that are doing the Black Heritage Tour like you. So you are definitely a niche and a unique product, which is why also you're successful on your own. My friend Jennifer is in the chat right now. She is the only other Black tour guide in Amsterdam. There are hundreds of tour guides, thousands of tour guides in this country. Me and Jen are the only Black tour guide, so there's our niche. But Jen provides a great service where she does the Black history of Amsterdam. Did you know that there were Black people, Africans, and other dark colored people living here in the Netherlands since the time of slavery, since before the time of slavery, since the 1400s? I learned that from Jen. So no other tour talks about that, and she's passionate about Black history. I'm passionate about Black history. I love Black people. Sorry, maybe that's racist, I don't know, but I love Black people. I love my people. I love all people. Obviously, I love Brazilians. I love Asians. I love everyone. But my people, I really love Black people because we struggled. We've been through a lot. We're still here. We're still doing it. So I love all people. And anyway, Jen focused on Black Heritage Tour. So that is her lane. That is what she is best at and why I think she's one of the most important tours here in Amsterdam. And what I do the coffee shop tour. I do alternative tours. So we do tours that are there's no script. I hate scripts. Absolutely refuse to have a script for my tour. We walk around, we go to different places, and we go to the places that I love, and my guides will add places that they love, and we tell them a story about it, and we connect it to us. Why does that make us so happy? Why does that make us so excited? And that is where we were able to turn that into money. We were able to turn that into profit. Another friend of mine, Alexa, is in the chat right now. Hi, Alexa, I miss you. Hola. She's from Portugal. She does... I'm having a brain fart right now. She does a wonderful film festival here. Shortcuts. She does shortcuts here in Amsterdam. And she has worked with Hollywood producers from the Netherlands, from all around the world. And she's passionate about film. She's passionate about actors. She's passionate about producing. She's done a lot of her own works as well. And that's her niche. And she turned that into a company. And I am so proud of her. She was able to get and take that to Japan. She's able to meet, people who did, directors who did Terminator, who did producing for Terminator, for big blockbuster movies. My friend Alexa is sitting there on stage asking them questions, asking them how they did it, especially being John Malkovich. It's one of my favorites, I remember as well. So again, her niche, her passion, and she took that and grew it and was able to work with Hollywood directors. She lives here in Amsterdam. She's a friend of mine. She's fabulous. I'm fabulous. You all are fabulous. There is something that you do that you are passionate about that you can scale up to that level as well. So you need to find out what that is. Find out, again, so I'm going to recap. Find out what do you like. What do you like to do? Go back, look through your day. Find out what you love to do, that you can do it all day, every day, like it's nothing. How can that help other people? How can that fill in the void in other people's lives? How can that make other people feel like you are helping them? You are helping them to do whatever, to feel great, to be nourished, to feel good about themselves, to look beautiful, to be entertained, anything. There's a lot of things that we all do that we do to ourselves that we can do to other people. Make sure you find out what it is. And then 3, make sure, thank you, I'm happy it helped you. Thank you. Make sure you turn it into a niche, something that is unique and creative Make sure there's nothing else like it out there. And if there is, look at it, learn from whatever that other thing is, and then how can you make it different? What is it that makes you different? Like I said about me, I'm a Sagittarius, I'm loud, I'm funny, I talk a lot, talking a lot now. I have a lot of my mom inside me. My mother is my hero as well. She's one of my favorite people in the world. She is strong. I mean, strong, y'all. She is strong, and she has gotten me through a lot of different things. And she has faith, and that's something that she imparted and she gave to me. Oh, I'm starting to get tears. I'm sorry. Whenever I talk about my mom, I get tears in my eyes. Sorry. I love her so much. I love you, mommy. Hi. I love my mom, and she gave me things that made me unique, which was strength and faith. And my personality. Our personality, we're really funny. We love to talk to people. We love to help people. And those are things that make me unique and a lot of crazy. Now, someone else said this just now. I did all of this. I did this company. Just a reminder, I made this company create over 100,000 euros, no startup capital. I had 30 euros in my pocket. Just a reminder. Love you too, mommy. Okay, so find what you like. How can you serve, help people? Make it a niche. Where can you sell it? Where can you sell it? And then once you figure out where you can sell it. So this is a big deal as well, because it's great if you come up with a product. It's great if you perfect it, turns into a niche. Now you need a place to sell it. So my passion was giving tours, or my passion was talking to people, being able to teach them about Amsterdam, walking around Amsterdam and smoking weed. So I found a platform that I can do that. And I Google searched. I just Google search how to teach people about marijuana in Amsterdam, and then Get Your Guide showed up. So Get Your Guide, please look at it. And if you start your own tour guide company, great. Just make sure you stay in your own lane. Don't try to start something like me. They probably won't accept you anyway, because we're at the top of Get Your Guide. We are one of the #1 rated tours there, so I doubt they want any other ones like us. So, but if you take that and you want to make your own tour, do that. I always encourage my other guides also to create their own tours as well, because if it's something that you're passionate about and something that you love, it's not just a job, you'll sell it. You'll make a lot of money. And if you make a lot of money, that means that I'm doing the right thing. I taught you how to make money, which in the end, karma will bring me more money as well. So I found a place to sell it. Get Your Guide. It's a great platform. We must get, I think, 60% of our tours from this platform. And we work with 4 different ones. We work with Viator, Rent a Guide. We work with Get Your Guide, my own personal website as well. We get some people through that. And Musement. So that is 5 different things. And I consider those things to be buckets. I was watching, yes, Jennifer. I was watching The Secret. That is something that helped me. And you could read the book as well. And The Secret is on Netflix. It's always on there. I'm going to watch it again today. But The Secret is just talking about how did people like Sir Isaac Newton, like Martin Luther King, Buddha, Jesus, how did they make a difference, an impact? How did they make and some of them, how did they make wealth? And The Secret is how they did it. It's basically called the law of attraction. So they talk about finances and that, and one of them talks about how much money do you want? Now, if you have one hand and someone is putting money in your hand, you're only going to get enough money in that hand. But luckily, in the financial world, you can have a lot of hands, or like I call it, you can have a lot of baskets out where you can get money from 4 or 5 different ways. And you need to have multiple streams of income in order to make sure that you have a good cushion for yourself. So I like to have as many baskets as possible open to whatever, so I can collect as much money as possible and consistently. Someone asked me, why do you give tours every day? I like making money every day. And I'm sure if you have that chance, you would like to make money every day. Do I make money when I'm sleeping? Yes, I do. So before the coronavirus, of course, we had people buying tickets 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We give tours twice a day, 7 days a week, rain, sleet, snow. If my guides don't make it, I will do the tour. Do I work 7 days a week? Definitely. I'm always either controlling the tours or doing the tours myself. And then, of course, I have some of my other guides, my wonderful, wonderful guides helping me do some of the management as well and a lot of the tours as well. But I make sure that I have my baskets open and ready every day to collect money, because why? I like money. I like making money every day. I like making money when I sleep. find a way you can make money when you sleep. It seems impossible, but it is. I do it. A lot of people do it. Bill Gates does it. Mark Jacobs does it. Steve Jobs did it. And I'm not comparing myself to them. I'm on my way, hopefully. But a lot of people make money when they sleep. And yes, you can make money when you sleep. So find a website that will enable you to do that. Now, for me, I said the tour guide websites are how I did it. A lot of people also want to, let's say you want to start selling something. Maybe you're good at making something on your own. So obviously there's Amazon, there's, what's it called? Etsy, if you have your own creations that you can make. There's eBay, of course, where you can start doing things on that side. Marktplaats here in the Netherlands, you can start selling things there. There are websites that want to earn a commission on what you're making and create value for other people. So once you find out what that need is that you can help other people with, make sure that you take that need, make it unique, and then find a place to sell it. Once you find a place to sell it, this is the key. Reviews, 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 reviews. What I did, reviews are what drives your business. When other people see that your business is doing well, when other people see that you have rave reviews, when other people see that you are having rave reviews on your website, that is going to encourage other people to join. And the more people that keep joining, giving really great reviews, they will keep growing your business. And before you know it, you have probably a business bigger than mine, more than 100,000 euros a year. That's the goal that we're trying to do here. How do we do that? Well, in the beginning, it's very difficult. Obviously, let's say, so you did the 3 things I told you. You found out what you like to do, figured out how it can serve people, and then figured out how to make it unique and niche, and then now you find a place to sell it. Once you do all that, great, clear, expert-looking photos, which everyone can do with their iPhone, or with their, I guess people have Samsung, I don't know what that is, but you can do that with your Droid phone or good camera quality, really good pictures to show the quality of your work and what you're doing. Step 1. Step 2, detailed information about what it is that you are offering. So my product is my tours. We offer non-scripted tours of Amsterdam in 4 different languages, using people who are passionate about what they do, educated, and also who use no script. We talked freely. That is something that is very unique. Not many tour companies do that. They have a strict script that people need to follow. I fucking hate scripts. Unless I'm acting and getting my Oscar award one day, I'm not gonna read and memorize the script. I speak freely from my own experience, from my own passion and heart and my own love. That is what we do, and that is what is described on our website. Again, if you go to our website, oranjaumbrella.com, orangeumbrella.com, you'll see all those things that we talk about and describe, and beautiful pictures behind it as well. Once you have that settled, then you need to make reviews. So what I do is I offer as many free tours as possible. In the beginning, I did offer also free tours with my paid tours. So friends are very good for this. If you can get your friends to comment and write a detailed review, not just great product, not just, ooh, nice, not just in Dutch, leuk hoor, huh? Nee, that's not enough. What you need to do is you need to make sure that you get people that write detailed descriptions of how great and fabulous your product is and how it worked. For me, German people were and always are my best asset, because German people like to add product reviews. They will write an entire review, 6 paragraphs long, from A to B about the entire experience, what they did and how they enjoyed it. And luckily I checked my website, let me double check. We have, I think, over 4,000 reviews on my website, on Orange Umbrella from Get Your Guide. Let me see. I can tell you exactly how many. Right. Ooh, that's nice. We pop up a lot of places. Okay, so 4,000 reviews in total, but you guys can see this. So this is our page on Get Your Guide. I have 1,478 reviews, 4.3 out of 5. Now, that's not perfect. We used to have a lot higher, but it's good, and it's a good start. And it was good enough to get, like I said, the company to where we are now. So reviews are very helpful. And those reviews, like I said, most of them are in German, and they have a lot of words. Google search loves words. Search engines love words. The more reviews you can get that are very detailed, that describe your product and why it's so great and why it's so fabulous, that is what's going to propel you to the top of Google search. And whenever I type, whenever I type marijuana tour, I will show you. whenever you type into Google search, whenever you type marijuana tour Amsterdam. All right, I hope this is still the case. Yep. So I typed in marijuana tour Amsterdam. The first result on Google, and that's in Dutch because my laptop is Dutch. Culturele wandeltocht, cannabis and coffee shops Amsterdam. So I already showed you the page before. This is my tour. This is Erika. So we are at the top of Google. You just type in marijuana tour Amsterdam. You type in marijuana Amsterdam. We will always be number one. And we've been number one on Google search for about 5 years now. So I'm very proud of that. That is my company, my little baby. And I'm proud of my guides, all the guides that have helped me over the years. That is what we have done. So we are number one on Google search because of those reviews. Those reviews put us to number one. And as a result, when people think, I want to learn about marijuana, I want to learn about coffee shops, I want to learn about Amsterdam, and they go and they type it into Google search, we pop up as number one. Little old Eric from Philadelphia, born and raised on the playgrounds where I spent most of my days. I'm number one on Google search. That's something I love and I'm very proud of. And I came because, like I said, a lot of people, not just the Germans, but Americans, British people, they wrote really long, big reviews talking about how excited they were about the product that I offered. And that got me a lot more reviews on top of that, and a lot more customers who were, like I said, last year we had almost 20,000 customers. So that is the key. And that is something that you can use across the board everywhere. It doesn't have to be, like I said, with just my tours. If you can find a website, if you can find a platform, if you can find a place or your own website, and you can put a lot of detailed reviews on it from your friends, from your family, and give them an actual taste and let them enjoy the product, they're going to use that, put that on your website, and that will put you at the top of Google. And that will get you to be number one, just like I am number one on Google search. And that is when you start collecting a lot of people and eventually a lot of income. I know I made it sound easy, but I had a lot of trial and error. It took me a long time to get that together and figure it out. So now, hopefully, I gave that secret to you, and you can use that and just jumpstart your business. And like I said, I'm doing this all for free. Eventually, I will create a PDF that will also talk about all of these things and kind of outline it for you that you can use and you can read and you can use it as a worksheet. It'll only be €5, and that'll be something that will be my gift to you, so that you don't have to go through all the same pitfalls and all the same mistakes I had to make and figure out how can I get my business to where I wanted to go. My goal was always make €100,000 a year, and now my business makes over that. And now this is the trial and error. This is you skipping over that to do it on your own. So one of the ways to organize this, and we're almost done. I only have about 3 more things to talk to you about. I'm going to talk about how to organize this into a business plan, some wise words of wisdom from my mother, how she motivated me to do this. And then the last thing is to check in emotionally, see how you guys are doing. Give you guys also a place to ask any questions. So we talked about it. We talked about finding what you like to do, what your passion is. We talked about how you can serve and help people. We talked about, which is what God wants, obviously. We talked about also where you can sell it, finding a place to sell it, researching how you can find a place to sell your product. And then the last thing is finding a product that you believe in. Once you do that, getting reviews, website reviews, and how to get those reviews and how to become number one like me on Google search. Next is to organize it into a business plan. So I didn't realize this, but I am the queen of business plans. I love making a business plan. I can do it in a heartbeat. And that's going to be important and vital for you to kind of fill in the gaps of what you're trying to do, why you're doing it, and how you're going to execute it, the things that you need to figure out so you can execute it. So I'm also the PowerPoint master. I love PowerPoint, and I created a PowerPoint a couple days ago. I talked about my new business. So I'm gonna be real with you. Right now, my business is shut down, both of my businesses. And I use my guide business a lot as an example because my DJ business was just starting up, but I was doing very, very well at my DJ business as well. I was just starting to get to the level where I was making €250 a gig. That is so nice for 2 and 3 hours worth of playing my favorite music for people. But I used my DJ gig. I did the same thing with my DJ gig. Got reviews, passionate about it. People started recommending me, and I was able to get a lot more. Right now, my companies are shut down because of the coronavirus. I am not making any income at all. I have to hopefully borrow money from the Dutch government in order to survive the next weeks, which is very difficult because I'm American and I don't qualify for a lot of help in this country yet because I'm not a Dutch citizen yet. So that's what I'm working on right now. It's very difficult. I'm in a really weird place. I get my Dutch citizenship this December, but I don't even have money to pay for the passport. So I had to come up with a new company because I don't know if I qualify for money from the government here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat after June. I just have enough to make it till then, barely. And then after that, we're going to see. So right now, we're at a place of what am I going to do? And I'll be honest with you again, the last 3 weeks, I lost it. I was very sad. I was very, very depressed, drinking a lot more Prosecco and wine and champagne than I needed to be, and just kind of vegging out. But if any one of you know me, that's kind of something that I need to do. I am a disaster sometimes. I need to be a disaster. Once I become a disaster, okay, I reach my bottom and then I start to rebuild myself. So that is what I did and I'm trying to do right now. So I came up with 2 new businesses that I'm going to work on starting this weekend. I already built the business plan. I already came up with the name, made the logo. Now I'm going to figure out where to sell it, how to increase reviews, and then get that to number 1 hopefully as well, and then make another 100,000 euros. That's my goal. Or at least my goal is to make enough to survive this coronavirus, because once everything's back to normal, my 2 businesses are already in place, they're already set up. I have great workers who work with me. I never say they work for me, I say they work with me, we work together. I have great businesses that'll start up again and will make me that money. So this is gonna get me through the interim, in the meantime, because we live in a different world now. The world completely changed through coronavirus. Now we're not allowed to touch each other. We're not allowed to go around and be in close proximity to people. So I can't do tours anymore. I can't work at a bar or a club or private events anymore like I was. So that's all out the door. So after I had my period of depression and sadness and God, what in the world am I going to do? The woe is me. I had to go through it. I watched Robert Kiyosaki. He created a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Please read that. That is what helped me gain a lot of business experience and advice and financial wisdom. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He talked about how he had a rich dad and a poor dad. And that sounds maybe weird, but it's not obviously bad or negative. He had a rich dad, so he had a dad that was his friend's father that became a billionaire. And taught him how he made money. And then he also had his actual father, his poor dad. Not poor, but his father had a really good job. He worked at a professor's university and he got tenure after a while. So then that means his job was secure. So the poor dad was teaching his son, get an education, get a job, do really well at that job, retire after you're 60. The rich dad was like, find what you like. What I'm teaching you basically, find what you like, make it the best ever, take it into the stratosphere, make it a really great product, and then sell it, get reviews, same thing, basically. He added a lot more to it, but that's basically the premise of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And now Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote that book, is one of the wealthiest men in America. So I like listening to him. He's worth a lot of money. I also had a rich mom and a poor mom. I'll tell you more about that later, maybe in my next podcast, but basically, I had people that helped me learn how to make a lot of money, good money. And so also Robert Kiyosaki and my roommate, Jules de Bliqueur, he's also a business person, a really great, accomplished business person. He's also what's your title at Ripley's? He is the head of operations at Ripley's, believe it or not. He's the head of something. I don't know. Don't quote me, but he does a lot at Ripley's, believe it or not. And he also gave me this book. This is a really good book to read, and I'm going to read this as well. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Old book. Read it. Really good on how to get people to work with you, not against you. And Robert Kiyosaki talked about this book again, as well as the person who created Patron. He talked about this being a necessary book. So Patron, he created Patron. He read this book. Read it. Patron tequila. He sold it for 5 billion euros. All this information I went back into And I figured, what am I going to do? So I came up with a new product, and I'm going to share that with you now in my PowerPoint plan and the business plan that I created to execute it. So, something that my mom, another thing, I'm sorry I talk about my mom so much, but she's my favorite person. Something that my mom taught me how to do is cook. She always wanted me to be able to take care of myself one day if she didn't want me to depend on no woman and now no boy or no man to take care of me. That I would always be able to cook for myself, take care of myself, and take care of all those around me, especially one day, God willing, when I have children. I do want to have children, right? So my favorite thing to make is chicken wings. My mother makes the best chicken wings, in my opinion, in the world. And she makes buffalo wings specifically. And whenever she came here, she would always make chicken wings. My friends would ask for her chicken wings. Please make chicken wings. She would make them. And she would make them. And it was the best thing ever. And then, of course, she taught me how to make them. So I make them now, too. And the last months, I've been really, really making them. It's comfort food for me. You know, it makes me think about my mom. It makes me think about home. It makes me feel about my life. And it makes me feel really, really happy. So I started doing that. Just for my friends and my family, because I love feeding my friends, my family, my boyfriend. I love feeding my people, and I love just taking care of them. I love taking care of people. That's what I love to do. After I had my breakdown, I realized that the wings that I love to eat, they're very common in America. We have them all over the place. Buffalo wings, barbecue wings, we have them all over America. But there's no one selling them here in Holland, and I love my chicken wings. I love my mommy's chicken wing recipe. And because it's a secret recipe, so no, I'm not going to teach you guys how I make it. Because it's a secret recipe, even not only just what we spice or what we use as kruiden, seasoning for the chicken, it is also the way that we prepare the chicken that also is very special and unique, and that is what makes the chicken taste the way that it tastes. So I got the idea to start selling my mama's chicken wings, and I give her full credit for this recipe and for the method of creating it, because this is what fed me all those days when I was poor, when we were wealthy. We always ate chicken wings. We love chicken. So I called it at first American Corona wings, but that's not too great. I changed it because, Corona's a little feast. So let's see. I'm going to show you the logo for my new... how do you do this? Oh, I know where it is. I don't know where it is. Okay, I'm going to show you the logo for my new thingamabob, new company. Give me a second. I think it's called... here we go. No, that's not it. Oh, I hate this so much. I'll just do it by... Yes. Sorry, give me one moment. Where's my logo? Okay, I'm going to do it the easier way. Thank you, Yella. Yella is also one of my great, amazing tour guides and managers. I don't know how far I would have came without him. He saved my life. Thank you, Yella. Okay, so new company. I'm going to show you the logo I created and the name of the new business as soon as the internet wants to cooperate with me. It's being a dick right now. I understand. Okay, hold on. Okay, one moment. Sorry, technical difficulty. Let me get the logo for you guys so you can see my new company. I don't want it to be like that. Do not use... Yes, okay. So... I'm still here. One moment. Here we go. Now we're working. Found it. Okay. So this is the new company. America Kip Wings. Healthy and fresh, no mess for less. This is my new company. So I am going to take my mother's recipe and I'm going to create healthy meals for people that will nourish people, that will feed people. Now, right now, one of the only businesses that is flourishing still in the Netherlands during the lockdown and was flourishing around the world a lot is Uber Eats in the Netherlands. We have Thuisbezorgd. These two things are booming right now. People need to eat. People are still working. They're working from home. I wish I was. But they're working from home. They're making a really good salary. So what can I provide for them? I can provide for them the way that my mom nourished me. When I was coming home from school, when I was having a bad day, a good day, she made me a lot of great meals. One of my favorite meals that she made me were chicken wings. So I'm going to start selling chicken wings. So let's look together at, can you guys see that? Okay. I guess it's easier if I do it this way. So I call it Corona rings. I changed it to America Kip wings. That's a lot better. Kip is the Dutch word for chicken. I made a business plan. So a business plan, you want to start with your executive summary. Executive summary is supposed to talk about what are you doing, why are you doing it, and what's the point of it all. So for me, I'm using my mom's healthy and fresh recipe and ingredients. People can come pick it up, cook it at home for themselves, or I'll have it already made for them. They can just eat it. That way, people who have children at home and their children are making them crazy, they can just give them some chicken wings, make them sit down and eat. That's what shut me up when I was little. That's why my mother still calls me Monster. And help people get their nourishment while they're still busy working at home. A lot of people still can't be bothered to work at home. A lot of people are not able to go out to restaurants. So I'm filling a niche there, and I love cooking these wings for other people. Opportunity. I'm going to make 3 different flavors. Recipes I learned from my mom, so they're secret recipes, very American, can't be found anywhere else, even the method that we do it. For people that are affected by the coronavirus that want something not expensive to eat, restaurant quality, and luxurious, we're going to make it very good. For parents who want a yummy quick meal, and I have a lot of competition already. Competition is going to be everyone that's on Thuisbezorgd, everyone that's on Uber Eats, every other restaurant that all of a sudden decided they wanted to open up, so I had to figure out how to make it a niche. And now I'm going to sell it. I'm going to do it on Instagram, Facebook, Yelp. I'm going to check for other Dutch places. I'm going to hopefully spread it word of mouth. This video also helps. I'm going to send it to employees, friends that I know, photos, reviews, movies, everything to get people to eat my chicken. You want to think about how you're going to market and sell it. So our marketing is based off of the fact that we are American and Dutch owned. So I am now American and Dutch, basically. And I'm fusing my 2 favorite things together. I love the United States. It's my home. I love the Netherlands. It's my home. So I'm putting it together. I'm going to make really healthy American food with a Dutch twist on it and make it still luxurious. It's still going to be really good looking. Those are the prices, the types we're going to do. Self-baked wings, ready to go wings. Everything's going to be above, like $12.95 and above. I think the most expensive thing that we have will be €17.95. So you want to come up with your pricing, your packaging. How are you going to package everything? How are you going to package your products? And then how I'm going to advertise my products. So I'm going to have a website made eventually. I'm going to have lots of social media. My social media page is up right now. You can go to American Kip Wings Incorporated. That is on Facebook right now. And then I'm going to do some flyers and mailboxes. And if you tell a friend, you get a €5 discount. All those little things are inventions of advertising and marketing. So you need to figure out how you can market and advertise it, and then how you're going to distribute it. So I'm going to have a delivery guy do it for me. And then also I'm going to have that people can come and pick up the wings when I'm using my friend's bakery and shop. They're going to be able to come and pick it up, and they're going to be able to bake it at home themselves. So those are the 2 different ways I'm going to do it. Management summary. Who do you need to do it? The chef, the head chef, the CEO is going to be me. I have to be honest with you. I did not like calling myself CEO or boss even when I started my company. And my mom and a lot of my guides were like, Eric, you're the boss. Get over it. And I got over it, and I just had to realize, okay, I'm the boss. So that helps you also with your business, to realize that you are the boss. You determine what you think is best for the business and to do it the best that you can. But you want to go ahead and List your helpers. My helpers are probably going to be my roommate and friend, Jules. He might help me do some deliveries. Also, my boyfriend, Timmy, is going to help me do some deliveries in preparation. I taught him how to do it as well. And I can hire other people to also be the bezorgers, which is the Dutch word for delivery personnel. So come up with a team. It's really rare that you'll be able to do everything on your own and by yourself. So make sure that you have a team that can help you and sponsor you in your success. And then after you finally come up with your team, you're going to have a company overview, so your mission statement. My mission statement is to provide hot, healthy meals to working class families to ensure a fresh taste at an affordable price that is really heavy on the tasty. So super duper tasty and healthy. Intellectual property, so the things that are unique and are owned by me, and I guess my mother, is the recipe and our method of cooking, how we are going to cook everything. The method that we do is very different, very unique. I don't know anyone else that cooks that way, and I'm happy about it. And the recipe are made from herbs and spices that you could not get in the Netherlands. So that is something that we have and that we're very special for. Ownership is me. I'm the head chef and CEO. Locations, brief history. Told you guys a brief history already about me, Orange Umbrella, the United States, and chicken wings, my favorite thing in the world. Sales forecast. A sales forecast is very important so you can figure out if you're pricing it at the right amount, and then also to make sure that you are within your goals, because you need to have obviously a goal that you want to hit and target. So my target in the beginning, the first 2 weeks, I would love to make between 300 and 500 euros per week, and that is where I think I am able to do it. I think I'm able to start there. I hope. I'm praying. 300 to 500 euros per week in the first 2 to 3 weeks, and then hopefully after a month or two, I will hopefully get to 1,000 or 2,000. We'll see. That would be really great. I think we're going to keep it around the 300 euros per week area, but if you work hard enough, you can make anything happen. I know the supplies I need, so the COGS is the cost of goods sold. So you need to figure out what the costs are for the product that you are making. So for example, when I'm doing the tours, it's very little cost. That's one of the reasons why I decided to become a tour guide. All the information is in my head. All I'm doing is talking to people. The website that I use, they take a commission from the people that buy. So they make their commission. They take a pretty high commission. It's like the website I use, Get Your Guide, they take 32.5%. So if you think the company made 100,000 euros, that means that 32,000 euros went into commission for this company. So they're doing a very good job, and that's off of one tour. That's the cost. That would be an example of cost of goods sold, is the commission that I pay out to them. So for me, with the chicken wing business that I'm starting up, the cost of goods would be how much it costs for me to buy a kilo of chicken. So right now, a kilo of chicken, you can get it at the Albert Heijn for about €3.35. So my cost, again, keep your cost low. €3.35 for each kilo of chicken that I use. So about 2 orders of chicken can be fulfilled per kilo. So that's €3 per order, and I'm going to charge about between 12 and 15. So that's going to give us a net profit of between 7 and 12, maybe 13 euros. So the goal is to have about, I think I said 5 to 10 orders of each every day. If I can get 5 to 10 orders every day, I'll be within that range. Easy peasy. And then operating expenses. How much does it cost for you to do that? So, for example, with my tour business, operating expenses are very low, as well as the cost of goods sold. The goods that are sold are information and knowledge that's free. I give it from myself and just from reading and learning, which I like to do, so it's not really taking a lot of time. And then for the chicken business, operating expenses are obviously power, electricity, because I'm using my kitchen. I'm using also a friend's kitchen. So that is the operating expense. That is what it costs to be able to produce my product. And luckily, since I'm already living here, I'm paying my power, my electricity, gas, whatever. I'm paying that already. That's already included in the price. So there's not anything extra that I have to think about there, which is why working from home, it's a good idea. You're already paying your bills, and keeps your operating expenses low. Operating expenses would go up if you were to, say, use an office, or you had to buy property, or it was like, for a lot of people, they have employees with a vaste contract. So they have a salary that you have to pay them every month, whether they work or not. That's a high operating expense. So hopefully one day I'll be able to get there. That's my goal. But right now I use freelancers, so you can do the same thing. So I can only work when you're getting paid as well. Once you figure out your operating expenses, cost of goods sold, that'll give you, like I said, a better idea of how much money you're going to make are you going to be able to make money and cover all your costs as well? All of the things that I use, like I said, have very little cost. So all the money that I collect usually becomes profit until I have to pay taxes, which in the Netherlands, just for fun, I am in the highest tax bracket because my company does so well. So that means that 52% of that number you saw earlier when I showed you that graph, 52% of that goes to taxes. Thanks, Holland. And then I have to pay 21% on top of that to all of my freelancers. So let's say my freelancer gets a salary of 200 euros in a month. I have to pay 21% of that on top of that to the freelancer in taxes. So that is 42 euros, I think. I'm really bad at math, but it's around 40 euros extra on top I have to pay. So if 1,000 euros, that's another 221 euros I have to pay out in taxes. So taxes take a lot of that, which is why I'm trying to figure out, even for me, I'm trying to figure out how I can reinvest that back and get that money back from the cost of goods sold and operating expenses. But still, I was able to create a six-figure business, six-figure income. I've had a great life, and I still will continue having a great life. I've been to, I think, 20 different countries around the world. I usually try to fly business class when I do, not because I'm bougie, but just because it's comfortable, and I've gotten my company to the point where I can afford that now. I'm saying all this not to brag. I'm saying it that you can do it too, and that's what I want for you to do. I'm giving you away things that I was always afraid to talk about because I was afraid someone would steal my ideas, but you know what? If you steal it and you made money, then obviously I'm able to give you something, and that means that I'll get the karma back for it. I will be able to hopefully make more money in the future as well. So I'm about to wrap this all up because I know I talked a lot. God only knows. I think it's been over an hour now, so sorry I talk so much. But you guys, you can always see a recap of this. You can always watch it over again and hopefully get a lot of good information that will help you. There's a lot of people watching right now. I was not expecting that, so thank you so much, guys, for coming. Just to recap, number one, I gave you my experience, why you should listen to me, created a business that is valued at over 100,000 euros, was able to use that to create a really wonderful life here in Amsterdam, and also to help people, help my employees that work with me, to help them make money, to do the things that they need to do, to help my mom, to help a lot of people. That is why I'm happy that I can say, yes, I've created a company that makes over 100,000 euros. That's what you should be able to do as well. Help your mom, help your family, help your parents, help your friends, because everyone needs a lot of money right now. Two, how do I do this? So again, recap, find what you like to do. How can you serve it? Help people. Where can you sell it? Reviews, reviews, reviews. Next, make a business plan. I showed you how to make a PowerPoint or a business plan, and the things you need to include: your price, cost of goods sold, operating expenses. Take all of those things and make a structure of how you're going to implement your product or your business idea, whatever it could be. Remember, anything. I did it with marijuana. I did it with DJing. I'm doing it now with chicken wings. Anything, right? And then the fourth thing I want to say, this is help from my mom. My mommy always told me, if you're going to do something, you better do it right. I don't know what else to say. Mic drop. If you're going to do something, do it right. Don't do it half-assed. Don't do it, oh, I think I can do it. Oh, maybe a little bit. No, if you're going to do something, do it. My mother, strong, black, proud woman, used to tell me when we were poor, we wanted to go on vacation and we didn't have enough money. And my mom was like, we're not going to go on vacation then. We're going to wait till we have the money. And then when we went on vacation, you better believe we had a great, great, great time. Don't do it till you can do it right. And then make sure you do the damn thing. Do it. You deserve it. Get up there. Do it. Do the damn thing and make sure you do it right. Don't be giving out some product that's not good. Don't be giving out a product that is half-assed or not something you're not passionate about. Don't do that. If you're going to do it right and do it good. Do it the best. Make sure you're the best at it. And that's it. I'm done. Thank you very much for coming to my Eric talk. Does anyone have any questions? Opening this up for questions. Thank you guys. See you guys saying thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in and listening. Does anyone have any questions? You could put it in the chat right now, and I will stay for a couple minutes and answer some questions. Questions. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Whew, I feel like I got a lot off my chest today. My back hurts. I'm gonna eat some chicken wings. Okay, I'm going to give it another 2 minutes because I think there's a delay here. But does anyone have any questions? There's still a lot of people watching. DeAndre asks, can this be applied to nightlife? Absolutely. So, I said already that I'd applied all the things that I had learned in the nightlife as well. So I'm a DJ right now. I am DJ Erikja. In Dutch, that means little Eric, which is funny because I'm a big black man, but I am DJ Eric. DJ Eric is one of my favorite things to do in the world. You're welcome, boyfriend. And it's my passion. And how did I expand it? It's the same thing. So nightlife. DeAndre, what I remember about you is that you really love and enjoy doing your videos. Hello, we are live. I would make sure, because you're already passionate about it, you've been doing it for years, you're doing it from what I think you're doing it for free, which is beautiful, because if you're doing it for free, you'll do it for money, right? So how can you turn that into something that serves people? Because it does serve people, it's entertaining. I watch it. And when I came back to see you in 2016, the first thing I wanted to do was I wanted to do a Hello, We Are Live with you. That was the first thing. So it made me really happy. It made me really excited. You are a Sagittarius as well, so that means you have the gift of gab. You know how to talk to people. You love talking to people. And we both talk too much. And you're very talented. So go through the 4 things with your nightlife. So you found your passion, your niche. You love talking to people. You love helping people. You love going out, and I see the questions, I'm going to come back to them. You love going out, you're doing all those things. Okay, how can you help people? How can you excel other people? How can you make people feel good? How can you bring a cause into it? Start thinking along those lines, and what can you do to make it even more unique? Now, for me, it's already unique, but is there something else? And this is just saying, how can we make it more unique? How can we make it more unique? What can you do? What is the spice that you can bring to it that can make it that Wendy Williams uniqueness? Now, like I said, you're already unique with your personality, also with your look, with your sunglasses that you always have on. Those are the things that I think make you unique. Just saying, is there anything else that you could add to that to make it unique? Now, where can you sell it? Is it good enough to just go to a bar and sell it? Yes, it is. But we need to figure out how to sell it. And that's something I think we'd have to have a private session on. But you need to figure out where you can sell it. How can you syndicate it? How can you really get more people watching? For me, get some more porn stars on it, because it's gays that are watching it, and gays love naked people. As many porn stars as you can get on it. As many drag queens, of course, as you can get on it. And having those people advertise it on your behalf. And then getting them to spread it as well. Start with friends, start with people that are really close to you that'll do it for you, because I know you have a really big social network. So start with the people, and don't be afraid to ask them. Don't be afraid to get rejected either. Go up to them, be bold, do the damn thing and do it right. You get them to understand what you want to do, and make sure you understand what you want to do. Make a business plan. I'm pretty sure you want to make it so that it becomes, you should be the next Nene Leakes. She's also Sagittarius. Nene Leakes is Sagittarius. But how did she start? Look at other people who are doing the thing that you want to do. All I did was build themselves up, make themselves more presentable. And I'm not saying that you need to do this, but just look at what other people who have done what you are doing, how they did it, and make it your own. Do that as well. So find the people that are doing the thing that you want to do, make a business plan, write it down, and make a clear business plan on how you can do it. Present it to your friends and let them give you input. Present it to me. I would love to see it, and I'll help you with it as well. How can you turn that into the end result, the goal, which is to be on TV? It's possible. You have the personality for it, and do not ever, because this. I hope you don't have this, but I have this. I feel like I'm too old for TV and all that shit, and I'm trying to unlearn that. It comes from all the bullying that I've been through, and obviously the gay community. I'm 35. I'm going to be 36 right now. I'm trying to get over all that, and remember that a lot of people started their businesses and became billionaires, or even made it to TV, did albums when they were in their 30s and 40s. Cyndi Lauper didn't start her music career. She did Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Did not start her music career until she was 30. I know, my God, Julia Child, one of the best cooks in America, who I love, may she rest in peace. Julia Child started when she was in her 50s, and she worked until she was in her 90s and became rich as I don't know what. Martha Stewart as well started in her 40s. So we need to start dumping all of those notions that we are too old to do something. I still look good. I still look okay. I still look good, and I want to be on TV as well. I want to be a personality. I want to be big in the nightlife industry. Age is nothing but a number. You can do it. So get rid of all those pit stops, those things that are holding you back in your mind, and you go forward. and you do it. Yes? Thank you for your question, DeAndre. Next question. Jen asks, we were crazy to begin a startup with no capital, but you would not advise it. What resources can we look for to get a startup or develop business capital? Good idea. Now, I am all for starting a business without any capital. I am all for starting a business with little entry cost because, well, at the state that we're in right now, coronavirus, and a lot of my friends watching right now, unless you have big savings that you're sitting on and mommy and daddy can give you some good capital, a lot of you are going to be starting this from that point, which is what me and you did, Jen. Otherwise, if you do have some capital or you want to figure out how to get access to capital, it is possible, it is easy. I just watched a series about Madam C.J. Walker. For those of you who do not know, Madam C.J. Walker was one of the first African-American millionaires in the United States, and she is someone who I love, who hair products apparently we still use today. This is a weave, but underneath this, thank you, Madam C.J. Walker. That was all the way back in the early 1900s. So her products have still endured. It made her the first black millionaire. She had to get investors. Who did she go to? She went and crowd searched first. She did her product. Her product started getting a lot of notoriety, started getting a lot of attention, and that's good. You need to start getting a little bit of attention. Not a lot, because she did not have a lot of attention, and it was in the 1900s, so that was before social media, so we have no excuses now, but get some attention. Once you start getting attention, then it's time to start sourcing for capital. Now, there's different levels to when it comes to investment and capital, right? So if you're on a smaller basis, so a small company, you're just starting out, source your friends, source your loved ones, source your neighbors, source the people in your circle of, als ze in Nederland zeggen, die mensen om je heen, huh? The people in your community. You can do a fundraiser, you can do a lemonade stand. That's what I did when I was 8 years old. I had my first lemonade stand. I ended up making $150 and bought my first Nintendo. That's how old I am, but I had a Nintendo system. I bought it with my own money when I was 8. So that was me getting capital. Can you sell stuff in your house that you don't need anymore for capital? Yes. Can you ask friends or borrow money from friends and family? Yes. Can you make a GoFundMe page? Yes. Can you do a Kickstarter? Yes, definitely. Also, if you look online, I found, you can Google this. I don't remember the page. It's like there are people that literally, there's a service that lists people who want to invest money in companies. There are people out there that literally want to invest money in other companies. They want to turn it into a profit using new and novel ideas. They have too much money they're sitting on. They need your ideas. Google it. There are people that want to invest in you. You can Google it. They can find you. There's a platform that connects the two of you. LinkedIn as well is a good resource for that. And give them what your new idea is and how much capital you need. Make sure you have the right amount of capital. Make sure for what you're asking, you have a plan, a detailed plan to pay it back. Nobody is interested in loaning you money if you do not have a way to pay it back. Punt. End of story, honey. Make sure you have a plan on how to send it and pay it back. Now, if you find an angel investor, that is also one. It's called angel investors. If you can find an angel investor, then that is also going to be something that you're going to be able to use to invest in your business. So angel investors are also a thing. That's something you can Google search as well. Angel investors will invest in your business and usually ask for little to nothing in return. So make sure you go for angel investors. Now that's for, I think, smaller amounts of capital. If you're getting to the point where I'm at, which is where, you know, okay, so the company makes about 6 figures a year. So let's say to get through this period, I'm going to need like 10 to 20,000 euros. It's a lot of money. So if I were to go and look for that kind of investment capital, I would have to go to larger companies. So larger tour guide companies, other companies that know that we are making a lot of profit, know that we have a good idea and a good concept, and ask them to invest in me and then make a plan to pay it back immediately. Other sources for capital when you're at our mid-level business side. So I run what is called or considered like a mid-level business. I have about 12 workers, so it's a small, mid-level company, not huge. Angel investors, also a good idea, and still friends and family. I mean, that's why I'm creating this chicken wing business. This is also a way to get investment capital. Don't think that you cannot start a business or a side hustle to use that as investment capital to get you to the next level of your journey. But use that and make sure you put the money away. I did that with my DJ money. I put the money in away and I cannot access it. And now I have that to use as money to get me by during this rough period and also as start capital for my new company. So use that And when you get to the big leagues, the big dogs, get your guide. They were also a very small company, and they grew. They were able to get investments. They got investments of 480 million euros, something like that, in their investment round. And that's the big area. That is, they got investors, banks, Deutsche Bahn, all these big companies to invest in them because they made a big ripple in the tourism industry, which is, since they made a big ripple, again, I made a big ripple. So because they were successful, it made me successful. That's the whole idea behind business. The more that you attach yourself to someone that's doing good, it'll make you do good, and it trickles down. And that's actual trickle-down economics, not what they're talking about in America. Create a business, get other people to create a business, get their business successful too, and you bring that business up with you. That is how you should become rich, in my opinion. So make sure also you guys find a good mentor. Find someone that you could attach yourself to learn from, ask questions to. I had great mentors. Bryony, Kate Howard, she's one of my mentors. Alexandra Potenza, her last name changed because she got remarried, but Alexandra Potenza, she was someone that was definitely crucial in me figuring out how to run and operate a business. A lot of people were my mentors whenever I had a question on how to work and operate a business. So make sure you find someone that you like, that you admire, that is doing what you like. Become friends with them and talk to them, pick their brain, take it and make your own idea. Make something unique to you. So guys, I'm going to finish up now because now I'm starving. I'm going to eat some chicken wings. Thank you for coming to my talk. Thank you for your questions. I don't think anyone else has any other questions, or else I would have seen it. I will make a PDF so you guys can go through this on your own. I will charge a little bit of money for it, but not a lot of money, I promise, just because it does take a lot to create a PDF. So you guys can download it, use it, and work out what you're passionate about. Work out how you want to grow yourself and your business and how you want to contribute to your community and turn that into some money, especially during the coronavirus. Yes, thank you guys so much. Take care. Bye-bye.